The Bridge at USC is the realization of a new way of doing science. It's the science of the 21st century. It's bringing together experts in chemistry, biology, medicine, mathematics, physics, engineering, and nanoscience, as well as animation and cinematography, into this amazing venue, the Michelson Center for Convergent Bioscience. We need people from different disciplines together so that we can solve the world's problems while also contributing to the basic knowledge of how the world works.
We live in the most exciting era for science and technology in human history. If we're going to engineer the type of solutions to cure diseases that are not being tackled right now, we need to understand the human body from the smallest scale up to how it functions as a whole system.
So we understand, the number of organs that we have in our body, the brain, the heart, the lungs. Scott Fraser is doing amazing work, beautiful imaging work, where he can look at the cells. He can understand exactly where the neurons are and how they're connected together. How do these molecules, what we're good at, work in the cell, and how does the cell work in the brain? And our knowledge of these details is incredible. And so what we're trying to do at the Bridge is we're trying to combine these elements together at these different scales, molecular, cellular, organ, human scale, and use this information to put together this atomic resolution dynamic model of the human body.
In particular in the world of cancer research, we don't start our process at the bench. We start our process within the clinical observation. If we actually want to make a difference, we have to bring this back together at the human level, and that is really where we are today. We can take blood samples, we can find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 cancer cells, and we can do an entire genome analysis on each one of them. We are doing this now robustly enough that it is within reach to argue this will truly impact patient care in the future.
Our goal is to eavesdrop on cells. We can now use microscopes that we could only dream about just a decade ago. And now we're redesigning what the microscope does to enable us to collect images deeper and faster and with higher resolution. The power of the zebrafish is it's one of the few systems where we can gain access to almost every cell in the body. We can watch as the groups of cells get together that will later make the beating heart, that take place on us at almost the same scale, but are invisible to our view. This enables us to watch the cells as they interact, as they make decisions, as disease processes take place.
We understand things at the molecular level. You can name any protein in your body, and we can tell you what the structure of that protein looks like, and we can then design a molecule that will bind to it and be able to control that molecule. In drug discovery, my own interest is in trying to develop better drugs or combination of drugs to treat diseases. Our knowledge of diagnostics, of really understanding disease, is still at its infancy. The journey itself is completely uncharted territory. We're continually, working towards finding those partnerships that believe in the dream.
Collaboration is in the fabric of what I do. I build tools and I build devices, but without the big problems that are brought to me, there's very little that I can do. So I take tools developed in the microcircuit world and I adapt them to do things like treat disease and build medical devices. It's absolutely essential to have groups of clinicians and scientists and engineers working in real time together. With the Bridge, we'll be able to work hand in hand with the scientists to really push the boundaries and give them the new techniques that will then allow them to revolutionize medicine.
There is this incredible opportunity to participate in something that's never happened in human history. It's to bring the entire fragmented world of life sciences for this extraordinary public benefit.
By being part of this effort, you share in this journey. This is where it is the incubator, the cauldron of new ideas.
This is the ground floor for the way we are going to have impact, doing new science that's going to change the world.
And the foundation being built now will last for the next 50 to 100 years.